Okay, we'll talk about the books here. Yes, I set up a little Jimmy rigged system here. Okay, so there's our shirts from the past. Sir Rodney still has these down at Westrand, so you have to contact him. Yes, he has them down there because there's no sense mailing them to the end of the world and then mailing them back south to the real world. Yes. All right, so here's the Naughty Natalie book series. We need one more book. The fourth book goes over here, but we haven't released it yet. So this book here is the first one. We wrote these books in 2020. My mother passed away in August of 2020, and then I seen how would you say, the poop hit the fan, and things were going wonky. So we had to write books to clear my name. Yes, to clear my name. All right, so now I'll divide the books. So this is basically growing up in Alexander, Manitoba. Yes, that town hates me. I tried to donate this book. They hate me. All right, and then we have the Summer of Fun 1985 with Naughty Natalie. And then we have the winter of 85-86, okay? And then the fourth book, continues on over here, but we won't talk about it yet till it's in print, yes. All right, so now we'll stop the video, and we'll go to the books individually. Okay, I've been a published author since 2006 when I started writing back in 2003, and then I became published. Yes, everybody wanted to publish me, and then I'd get nothing for the book, so we were self-published. And then in 2020... we had to write books to clear our names. Yes, mother passed. The mother. I keep saying that word. All right, so we had to clear our name. I don't know if we're getting distortion here or what. So the best way to start off is growing up. So this book is based about growing up in Alexander, Manitoba. I think I arrived at the age of 8. Yes, and I left when I was 17. Yes, and they hate me. I tried to donate this book to them, because you can actually get it printed on Amazon, and then where you get the money, well, the royalties of this book sent, is your choice. So you can donate it to an organization or anything like that. But the town of Alexander blew me off, and they also blew me off when I tried to donate my parents' estate, some of it, to them. I even hired a company to donate the money away, and that was a failed attempt. Okay, so this book has no pictures because the first ex-wife destroyed all the pictures of the photo albums, and then I dragged around the photo albums for 30-some years with not looking inside to see that the pictures were gone. So basically, let's open it up. Okay, so here we go. These books are written from head to paper, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We don't edit it because I'm an old school storyteller. So if anybody went to edit it, they take away the old schoolism. All right, so this is basically a history book. Yeah, and that's what pisses me off, that the town of Alexander blows me off when I've written the history of this book, okay, or of the town in this book. All right, I have a photographic memory, and it's also like a computer screen. I can play it back. So the Alexander School, I can replay that back in my head. So I can do the layouts, everything like that. The highways, the pink house that I grew up in, the utilities, businesses, okay, and all the details, the community rink, and how my dad, dragged me to hockey practice and all these games and everything for 4 years. And I never did get my skates sharpened because I never played hockey. I sat on the bench. Okay, so then we have the medical treatments of growing up, all this stuff, farming, driving the grain trucks to the elevator, all that kind of stuff, loading chickens at the chicken barn. So that's it. Here's the history. And then, getting involved. So at the end of the book, we talk about building a 37 Dodge hot rod truck that I paid way too much for because it was all smashed up. Okay, so this is a history book of Alexander. I can't figure out why they blow me off. Oh, wait, they hate me just like everybody else. They hate me in WHO-ville. They hate me everywhere. And even museums hate me and remove anything that I donate or talk about or anything like that. All right, on to the next book. Okay, the next book we have is Love is Trust, okay? So we built the 37 Dodge Hot Rod. Basically, my dad built it and showed us how to go fast. So this is the summer of love or summer of fun, okay? Love is trust, okay? Any of my marriages, there was no love. There was no trust. You couldn't trust these ladies. So this book here is basically details of the fun times we had in the 80s. It's basically a history book again, okay? Because this is back when cops were cops. We had fun. You go to cafes, they were family-run cafes. Now all the coffee shops are replaced by Tim Hortons, and the sub shops are all replaced by Subway. Yeah, so there we go. So it was written during the Great Lockdown. Okay, and there we go. All right. So it tells about going to Calgary, Alberta, okay, going on the big tower, Minot, North Dakota, watching the planes take off, everything like that. And being pulled over by the American police is totally different than Canadian police. American police pull their gun out. The Canadian police shake your hand and, how would you say, pat you on the back, sort of thing. That's in a totally different world. So then we talk about the virgin cops, going to court, all that stuff, So this is basically the fun times we had, okay, and enjoying it, okay. So this here is a history book again. It's basically Brandon, Manitoba. We tell about the businesses, the vehicles, the places we went, the road conditions, and the fact that in 1985, there was no cell phones, we didn't have credit cards, we paid cash, okay? And also, too, in this book, I didn't age very well, so I look like a 14-year-old virgin, and Naughty Natalie was the same age as I was, and she was drop-dead gorgeous, and should have been in the pages of Playboy. Okay, the third book in the series is Dominatrix School, which is a failing military marriage, okay? So look at the thickness of this book. There's 220,000 words in there, and I wrote it in 30 days. Yes, 30 days. And it's head to paper, from my head to the paper, nothing changed. I think I erased one sentence in this whole book. And the thing is, to get it, how would you say, viewed, and look at how tight I made it. Yes, we got all the words to fit. And I'm learning Amazon at the time, and Amazon accepted us because we had, 3 books are ready to go. And they took it no problem, okay? So to get this, we used to be self-published or wherever. We pay the printing outfit to print the books, and then we mail them around the world. Amazon does all that, okay? So these books are printed in the country. They're printed in. No, purchased. Oh, these lips aren't working. So to mail this book to Australia or England would be very expensive, okay? But they print it where it is. Okay, so this book is basically head to paper. We write it out. But also, too, with my photographic memory, there is a file folder on the Naughty Natalie book series, and it's the layout of the buildings, the house, the pink house in Alexander, and everything like that, in the motel rooms that we stayed in here, okay? So that way, if they go to film the book, they know the camera angles and what I was talking about when I wrote the book, okay? So that way, it explains why things happened. And also, too, this is a failing military marriage. This book is basically Shiloh, Manitoba, okay? And the fact that when we were in high school, okay, I think it was 1983, is when I seen the first picture of 84C, the military record that's here in the kingdom, that is the real one, okay? There's those Polaroid picture of my school chums, weekend warriors out at Shiloh, and their deuce and a half, which is a smaller military army or transport truck, was being towed by 84C. So that was pretty good. They went out on the range at Shiloh for a weekend of fun. Yes, and they always got towed back, okay? So this book is very big. It documents the history of Shiloh, and they blow me off too, okay? Because they have their Shiloh page, everything like that. I guess they don't want to talk about history and the fact of what went on base back in the day, because there was a lot of secrecy about what things went on and how things happened. And the fact that my mother was, a civilian with the military police station with the Germans. Yes, and she had high clearance to go anywhere on the base. And in case of the nuclear fallouts or whatever, because of the Cold War, she had clearance for the underground bunker at Shiloh. So the thing is we're at school, and we'd laugh about it because the mother would be underground in the bunker when the nuclear arms arrived and vaporized us. So one of my friends' dad would be underground in the bunker too with the mother. So we always laughed and joked about it that these parents of ours were going to repopulate the world, and we just couldn't comprehend that. But that's what I mean. So that was fun times back then. The book got this big because you had to tell the story, okay? You couldn't cut it down because there's details. Yes, details. And the details are to clear my name. Yes, because I had a wasted youth, and there's some things we can't talk about. All right. So there we go. That's the 3 books of the Naughty Natalie series. Hope you guys enjoyed.